Faccio de nou o continuem del tirón? Com vulguin.
Continuem, cal editar, s'edita.
Bueno, s'edita després. Ok. Vale, doncs... well, canviem... We switch to English. Okay, so we are meeting again here. Okay, so we are live. Be talking along the time in this channel because many people from different time zones in different countries and with different schedules, right? With children, with work and stuff. Many different people will have different possibilities to join. So we did some interviews on people who was coming by earlier, and the interviews were recorded and added to the permanent stream, which is running.
That in the beginning the internet was of us, of the people, and we want for the commerce, the commercial people, that they would come and take over the internet and make it theirs, like they invented it and they rule it, and that happened by now. And the mass, the people don't know better. What you say, many people think that Facebook is the internet, and we don't have the resources, we don't have the money to advertise like they do. So the most of the people will never know about our existence. We can only grow with friends telling friends, and we can advertise a little bit in the fringe media. And but that's all about individuals tuning in, and it's not about thousands of people or 10,000s of people. Let go millions of people.
Yeah, of course. This will not bring a revenue, even if all of our friends share with all their friends, because we are not going to have advertising. So there is no business model on how we, if unless it's donation based or donation kind of. But I understand that dfm.nu has a system of collecting donations. I'm curious to know how it works, more or less.
Oh well, we just people ask us, why don't you have a donation button on the website? And we said, yeah. we it took a few years before we actually put up a donation button.
Right.
Because to be honest, I was afraid that because if you put something like that on the web, you have to put a real name and a real address. You have to give to PayPal, for example, and money will be coming in there. And at some point, the government will come and they will say, like, okay, we want to tax that. We want a part of that money. And
Yeah, of course.
Because we were totally outside of everything. We were afraid to give a name to register and all that stuff. But we did it now with PayPal for a few years, and we have a button. And yeah, people donate, and it's if we get €1,000 a year, then we are already happy. And that's nothing compared to other radios. I mean, to run a radio station, basically just a startup cost will be €10,000 or so, or €100,000.
Right. So we can say that DFM is running on a 1,000 baht collected from donations every year, roughly.
Yeah.
Wow! Congratulations, because this is quite quite tight. We are with dfm.nu. We are speaking with JT. Sorry, JT, I started recording just recently. Some minutes ago, we're recorded. So I
No
wanted
problem.
to introduce you to the. It was very interesting to hear all your experiences from the squads doing FM radio, unlicensed and being tagged as pirates, but we refuse to say pirates. We are free media people, right? So great. That's like the summary of what we spoke before, and yeah, it's amazing to have you here. I don't have control. I don't have a lot of control of the whole setup, so I cannot change very fast to the camera where I'm speaking. But it's okay. We are seeing you on the screen, and you look pretty handsome. Where are you actually at the moment? You are outside your venue, right? In the
Yes, I'm in a simulator. What you see is my avatar,
yes.
and I can zoom out, and you can see this is a whole city we have built ourselves. Let me turn on the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I have to increase the drawing distance.
Yeah, I will just get some refreshment, some water, and be back in a second.
All right. I can show the viewer
You can
our,
take over the stream.
our little island.
Do say or play whatever you want.
Okay. So, while I'm scanning refreshments on the screen, you can see a big city citadel in the middle of the ocean, and it's a virtual ocean. It's a virtual island. We built this all ourselves. Yeah, it's an avatar world, and I love this one because it's all built by the users. We've got total freedom to build whatever we want, how we want it. There's no top-down leveling going on. Normally, if you go into virtual worlds or into games, the whole setup is already there, and you can only use materials which are provided top-down. And yeah, so even the avatar I'm wearing is built by somebody who is good in 3D.
Wow, I see it.
And the clothes I wear, it's all made by different people. And yeah, the roads I built, and the buildings, and the traffic signs and all that stuff, they are all textures uploaded. So that's why I still like that world. Let me name it. It's Second Life. Many people will say, Second Life, or I never heard of it, or does it still exist? But to me, it's the only free world which is totally built by the users, and all the materials available which you can buy or share. There's a whole lot of sharing going on too, so you don't have to buy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
sorry, one question. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no problem.
you can also run your own Second Life servers. It's like you could run your own like self-hosted thing. I guess not. No.
Yes,
Uh,
that's also possible.
oh, wow. So that could be even more freedom, I guess.
Yeah, even, but I have no complaints about freedom.
Okay.
The only thing is indeed because we're in the big servers, we pay a monthly tire rent for the server, but there are no rules on what we do or how we do it. It's
Right.
just we just rent some server space for the simulator, and of course we could run our own. We could on Signet uh,
Uh-huh.
put a Second Life server, and it that would be called Open World then,
Uh-huh.
open world server, because the name
Right.
Second Life, of course, belongs to the big company
Yeah,
Linden
right.
Lab.
Uh-huh.
But the point is that we are still with the big server is because we get all the people out there. They can easily visit us. If we make our own server, then all these people will never find us. Then we can only advertise again in our own scene, and then we might end up with having only 10 or maybe 20 users.
Right.
And well, in practice, maybe we should think about that, because the dream of that the big mouse finds us also doesn't work in the big Second Life. So indeed, that's I will think about that. That we maybe host our own simulator,
Mm-hmm. Right.
and that will definitely save us a lot of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, on the moment, I'm still very happy because it's still the most free three-dimensional world on the internet,
Uh-huh. Right.
and I get supported too from inside out, from the inside. My fans there, they pay for the rent for the server,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and myself too by now.
Yeah.
But for many years, I haven't not been paying anything myself. It was totally sponsored by angels.
Right, nice. Like the case of Signet and DFM, we can explain very briefly because we missed the recording before. But I remember I met in 2002 my friend, my very good friend Pablo de Soto, which we already have an interview from some hours ago, and you can see later. He was part of the brains in Hackitectura collective, a collective combining hackers and architects, and we've been doing a lot of stuff together since 2002. And by that time he introduced me to DFM. Since 2002 I started listening. In 2003 we did a visit to Amsterdam for a, it was a workshop, a PD, pure data workshop in the Netherlands Art Institute. Something like this was the name of the space. And there we visited DFM studios for the first time. And since 2010, is that I, instead of donating, which I started for the first time, I've seen that you were collecting donations some time around 2010. And after donating a bit, I said, wait, instead of donating money, which I may not have sometimes, I can donate server space. And this is what we do since what 11 years, and it's a way to thank for the very nice media, very nice free free content,
Yeah, and
free.
it's the best way to donate, in a way.
Yeah,
It's because we really love that, because that lets us continue non-commercially on the web, and
right.
because we don't ever want to get commercial. If it means that if we wouldn't have the option to use your services, then we would need to get services from the big players and pay for it, and we would not do that because we don't want to join that game. So for us, it's also a game, a sport, to keep going non-commercially and always find people and possibilities, because the sharing community on the internet and in real life too is really big. There is absolutely no need to be with the big five. Uh, it's the hard way, yes, but it is possible, and it to me that is how the internet started. What I mentioned before, like when the internet started, it was of us, the people who made websites, the people who shared stuff, and there was absolutely no commercialism behind that. The internet, after in the beginning, companies didn't want to join the internet because they didn't thought they could make money with it, and at some point commercialism on the internet started, and that's then where all the companies came in, and they started building and they started buying up all small initiatives. They started to hire programmers, builders, and all this stuff. And this is where we lost our internet, the free internet of sharing, because they took over. And
Yeah.
by now, most of the people think that the internet is made by them, and the whole alternative, free, non-commercial scene is in the shadows. Um, but
Is it?
we're still there, and we keep going. And I never want to join the big commercial players. So, and it's on this moment, it's thanks to Signet that we can continue broadcasting
Yeah.
in a free way.
Great, great. And the plan, is that we are kind of developing part of the software for our infrastructure to be deployed easily by someone who wants to run the same platform like us. I mean, the first choice is like get out of Google, stop using the Gmail for your email, because we provide email services since 2001. When we started with Signet was with email services, and we started doing a design which could scale and even compete with the quality of by that time it was Yahoo and what was and Hotmail was the two big ones at that
Yeah,
time. So we even designed the infrastructure to be able to scale that big. But then with the years, we always been in the underground with with small organizations, friends, activists, some clients to pay the server expenses sometimes, and some of the work. And um, what was it? Then we noticed that yeah, we were keeping small out of the big playgrounds, and recently with some talks with friends in Amazonia, which I'm helping, we are collaborating. They are using our infrastructure for doing some data sovereignty, because many of universities and official organizations there use Google services, and they are trying to help them, and push them to hold the data on their own control, on their own servers. So
uh-huh.
we are working on the direction of allowing our software to be more easily deployed by, for example, by these friends in Amazonia, or anyone who would like to run services like Signet does. It's like we want to provide the software and the consulting. We want to have, instead of just a few big tech, have many more small tech. Like self-organized by different groups. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You used the word underground. I used it too before, but like pirates, underground is also a word from the upper ground. In fact, uh, uh, and it's same as subculture. A lot of people also call us subculture,
Uh-huh.
and we also went against that because we are not sub. We are
Yeah.
we are as much culture as the rest of the culture,
Yeah, right.
and we are not underground. We are as much upper ground as everything else, and it's but again, indeed, it's a fight we cannot win against these big guys. And but the I don't know how to call it. I think you used the word sovereign. Sovereign.
Correct,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Data
that's
sovereignty.
that's also a word we use. Sovereign media, which sovereign means that we rule ourselves. That we are the kings and queens of our own empires, and yeah, sovereigns they work together. So if we are two different countries, uh, we don't want our people to fight. So the sovereigns they communicate and they take care that the people are happy and the people from the different countries can feel good, share, communicate. I mean, a sovereign is yeah, it's a nice name, Sovereign Media,
Yeah, I
and
like it too.
yeah, and the people behind it they mean well, and they will always look and communicate with other sovereigns. Uh, so we have a yeah
Yeah,
okay
we want to be sovereigns, at least of our own,
we are we
our
are
bodies. Yeah, we are. We are. We are.
you
We
are
are.
a sovereign. I am a
Yeah,
sovereign, and
yeah,
we are
yeah,
communicating now.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Perfecto.
I have to excuse to the listener that there is really so much to say, and this is not from yesterday. This is already for many years developing, changing since the media came in the hands of the people, and that's yeah that goes way back to after the war, the Second World War. After that is where people where radio got in the hands of people and people started broadcasting, and when they had to make laws that not everybody can broadcast like that and all that stuff, and this
Right.
is a bit where it began, and also the struggle for free media for people to send and broadcast whatever they want. And now radio got replaced by the internet, but the laws are they're still making laws to control everything
Yeah,
and,
of
and,
course.
and make money on it because that's behind it.
Money is
Well,
behind everything, yeah.
yeah, it's all a bit too much to tell in a short interview,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but
We can continue. We can have more talks. And so, what about playing some music, and then we can continue some conversation. Normally, I'm very much fan of uh, shorter talks and intermediate with music, so people who come later uh, don't get overwhelmed all of a sudden with a lot of information. Uh,
yeah, too much
so
information creates confusion.
also, yes, okay, that's true. You need to take care of how much dose of information you get, and also the sources. So yeah, let's play something. I let you do whatever you want on the sound, on the video, and I will stay around, enjoying, maybe chat with the friends who are around. See you.
Okay. Well, I'm playing music on a DFM stream, so I don't know if you can link that.
Let me see a second. I will. Wait a second. Uh, wait, wait a sec. Wait a sec. I'll go. What is going on the live stream? Wait a second. I have network issues again. Let's see.
Yeah, I just turned it up very loud here locally, so you could hear it on the microphone. But
Sorry, what?
I just turned it up loud here locally, so you could hear it over the microphone.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Let me see if I can
link it directly. dfm.nu
Yeah. No,
stereo.dfm.nu,
I
and you
have it
play.
already. I have it already on the playlist, so I just need to shoot it. Wait. Right. Here. 4. Wait. I don't see my. I would like to share my desktop, but this. Oh, what the fuck. Oh, we are still live on the live stream and on the recording, eh? So the thing is the audio. I need to connect it. Oh. Yeah, I'm not surprised that my network is not the best. I'm in the middle of nowhere, and it's like outside is like stormy, windy. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know if I can send audio directly to this
To the
conference.
Jitsi?
Yeah.
Okay. Don't worry.